So, well, welcome back to Finland. It's funny to see, but there was this article just a while ago in the biggest newspaper in Finland that all these big like pop artists, they skip Finland and all we have is are these like rock and roll and metal artists and to say that you're not probably the spring chickens, but it seems like both of your bands, like Kreator and Carcass, are now bigger than ever. So what do you think are the reasons that it seems like this kind of music, it just keeps on going on decade after decade?
You have to answer this.
I thought rock was dead, according to Gene Simmons, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I got no idea. I think it's being consistent in what you do and just keep going and just try to come up with new things sometimes and stay true to yourself or something. What do you?
I mean, so why do pop artists skip Finland? Why?
Probably because they can't go to Russia through here, so they just.
Is there no audience?
Yeah, probably we're just too far away.
Is it so metal here? It's not far away, is it?
Yeah.
It's across the water from Stockholm. I mean.
Yeah. But probably yeah. These days it's funny to see like bands like Lorna Shore
It is very funny to see
selling out
like
arenas. So is metal coming back somehow, or did it ever go anywhere?
I don't think I can't. I'm the wrong one to answer this question, to be honest, because I think that there's the older bands that have been around for a while. And then there's always new stuff that is going to be around for a little bit, and some of them become new modern day classics. Sometimes, some of them, right? But not. We'll see how many will endure, and then on the other hand, it's like this heavy metal thing has a history, and the younger people that haven't been around in the 80s, they want to check out the older bands. And maybe if they come into the scene through bands like the newer bands, then that's a good thing. It's always been like that. It's always, if you think about it, right? It's always been new bands coming up.
It goes in cycles, doesn't it? I mean, I was saying to James, our guitarist, or whoever was in the band, it's really, for example, a band like Deicide is on the rise again.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not dissing Deicide. It just seems like they're having a new lease of life. So I think you just stick around long enough, you come back. You know, so
Yeah.
back from the dead.
I don't think it's even coming back. It's like people rediscovering your stuff, and that is due to the fact that you can, like, if you become a metalhead, it's not so hard to find the classic stuff anymore. You don't have to go to a record store anymore. You just go to your Instagram.
No, he's right. I mean, if you stick around long enough, you become a classic band.
Yeah. But
Dad rock.
Like a few years ago, when Heartwork turned 30, I saw an interview where you said that when it came out, nobody was interested. That it became classic like so many years afterwards. Is it even possible to see which are the ones that are going to stick for decades?
What do you mean, like the new? Whom of the newer bands are going to?
Like for the albums, is it easy to say which ones are going to be the albums that people are going to listen for a longer
I'll tell
period?
you, anything I slag off becomes big. Bands like Bullet for My Valentine or Slipknot, I would never have thought ever they'd get as big as they are. So I'm the Kiss of commercial life. If I say your band sucks, then you're going to get massive. It's simple as that.
So you're the oracle in this in this one. The world has changed so much since you started. Now there's like metal festivals every weekend throughout all the Europe. What are the best things that we have these days than in the late 80s when you started?
You mean compared to the late 80s?
Yeah, compared.
I don't know. I mean, it's like the summers are never. I used to, in the summertime, I used to go to like swimming and stuff like that. And nowadays I'm always at festivals. That has changed, which is a good thing and a bad thing because, not the bad thing. I mean, it's definitely a good thing, but I think that has changed. You go to a festival and you can run into people that you haven't seen in a bit. You can check out other bands that you only heard about. And the festival cycle is something that you have to Yeah, spend your summer at the festivals nowadays.
In the old days, there was only Dynamo and Monsters
Yes,
of Rock.
that was it.
That was it. And now you can't fall out of bed in the summer without bumping into a festival.
Yeah.
Which is good because it pays the bills. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they, like you said, I mean, the only festivals that were there at the time was Dynamo, and like the true metal festival, and I remember one Dynamo there was like 100 and something thousand people there, because there was no option, and it was a good lineup, of course, but nowadays that's unheard of. I mean, there of course there's all still Hellfest and all that, very big festivals in Wacken, of course, and yeah, but I think it's a good thing. It kind of keeps the scene alive, but of course, and the bands, right? Because you can do a touring cycle. There's some of our American friends, they come over for the summer, and then they do a touring cycle. We do the same thing now for the first time.
But I think, like, going back to the original question, why is a band like Kreator and Carcass kind of whatever, the level they are or whatever, we've actually got the people that grew up with us have now got jobs and money and can afford to buy the albums and the T-shirts and come to the gigs, and they bring the kids. We've seen a lot of young people at these gigs, it's kind of really cool, so it's kind of shocking.
And now that
I think it's child abuse. I'm going to call social services. And there's literally little kids there. You're like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yesterday there was like a real I made 8-year-old kid
crying when we play.
well, obviously. But how does it make you feel that you see parents with their children, or probably even grandchildren, that your music has inspired like generations?
I don't really think about these things. Otherwise, you're getting stuck in this kind of like loophole where you're like, oh man, times are passing, we're getting old. I can't go there. How about you?
Look at the face and the hair. Time has caught up with me,
Yeah, but it's like it's just what happens, You stick around long enough, and all of a sudden you're like you reach a certain age, so whatever. I mean, it's every day your life is a gift, and you really realize that you don't think about these things when you're in your 20s, but when you're getting into your 50s or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I'm still alive, and I've seen so many people pass already.
And I've got to be honest, I'm enjoying this time of my life the most I've ever enjoyed my life, which is kind of weird. So when I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to be so happy,
Are you really?
What, enjoying this time of life?
Yeah. Are you?
I think like age 40 onwards, so 50 was brilliant.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it now,
Sometimes your facial expressions don't tell, but no, I feel the same way, because nowadays you're more aware. Back then it was more like
you appreciate it more.
Yeah, and also it was a blur. Back then you were like, when we started this, there was always this management people that were always like a lot older than we were in the industry, and we were never part of it. We were just like, I mean, we were a part, but nowadays the scene has changed so much that the people that we're working with are younger than us, and back then the people that we're working with were always 10, 20 years older. And we felt like, we gotta not do what they say, but they have more experience, so we listen. Nowadays, nobody we know what's going on, and times have changed, of course, and you can't compare these times,
Is it easier these days to just like enjoy, for example, the touring life that it's when you're not so young and hungry and just rushing out everywhere, that you just enjoy this whole thing
we're
more?
still young and hungry at heart, I would say. Our cadavers are changing, but the spirit is still the same. And then I think what Jeff just said is, I'm really enjoying it more than ever.
I think when you're young, you're cocky, you just don't appreciate what you got.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Carcass was never that successful the first time around anyway, really. So it's really great that people really care now,
But you say, it's interesting that you say Carcass. I always thought Carcass was very successful, but a lot of people that are younger nowadays, they imagine the 80s to be, the scene was so big, but it all happened in a club circuit.
But I also think when you pick up a magazine when you were a kid, like Kerrang or whatever, or Rock Hard, and you see a band in there, you assume, oh my God,
they're huge.
But they're not. And then you do it yourself and you realise, Sell smoke and mirrors, you know.
Yeah, when we were doing our biggest tour back then was the one that we did with Def in 1990, and the peak was 1,500 people, and everybody thought this was a big tour, but it wasn't.
It did seem like at the time. I went to the gig in Warrington. Terrible lineup of Death, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you ever miss those times when there was some mystery in the bands and the artists that you were listening to because you didn't know everything about them?
Maybe that's the reason why some bands are wearing masks nowadays, and they think it's special. Mystery is definitely mostly the mystery of.
See, this is why I don't do interviews anymore. You're very lucky because I know you're doing this. I hate doing interviews. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Nothing left to say anymore. You know? But some people live for it, you know.
Yeah.
So, I don't.
I'm not. I sometimes like interviews, but
it's good when you know the person interviewing you and you have a rapport with them.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's just like we said earlier.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be on tour?
Yeah.
Your new album. Simple bullshit.
But,
that was very honest.
Yeah. Before the interview, we talked about a little bit about social media. That everything that was there in the 90s.
I'm listening this for the radio.
Yeah.
So why are you filming it?
Yeah, so we can get clips for the social media, so people will listen to it. How do you feel about social media? Because you've seen the world totally without it. Is it more of a burden or a
we just talked about it before the interview, right? And it's a blessing and a curse, I would say. It's easier to spread the word because you have your own Instagram account, but it's not that easy because I also know that if you really want to reach all your followers, you have to pay Instagram. So that's like, yeah.
There's too much noise out there. Everyone's got a webpage, so it's oversaturated, you know. And
yeah, but that's why you need to pay Instagram because
or a TikTok viral video doing something stupid, you know.
Make something really fun, you know, like. You should have your dance like on TikTok.
Well, we should have.
We can still do that.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. Like it's like
I was hoping by kissing Sammy it would go viral, but
I didn't.
You didn't see that.
I mean, our video girl, she didn't want this to be. She thought it was too private, but because it ended.
I think she kept it for a boudoir.
Yes, she'd be. Yeah. But something beautiful happened after that kiss.
Sammy got ill.
Have to keep a distance.
No, I think the Instagram and all this social media game is something that you need to kind of like know how to play. And I sometimes feel sorry for some musicians when they're begging their fans to come to the show, like, please come to our show. I'm like, did I ever go to a show when I was a kid because I saw Bruce Dickinson, for example, begging me, come to the show. I'm like, I go because I want to.
I also find it very cringeable, like musicians our age or our generation who are trying to play that game. It's so embarrassing.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's like trying to have this social media aura. You're like, oh, just stop it, mate. Young kids, I get it. It's their world.
Yeah. But I think it's definitely there's some good thing about it because it's easier to get the. But then again, like I said, if you really want to have the exposure, like have the word out there, you need to pay Instagram, and that this money would have gone to magazines and radio ads or
the truth is, if you've got 1 million followers on Facebook, for example, those 1 million people are not going to see your post.
No,
it's the algorithm is going to show it to like 0.4%. You know, it's just nonsense. So.
Yeah. Well, when you started there wasn't like camera with everybody who's on your show or outside where you go anywhere. How do you think that you would manage if you would start a band these days?
Just do it for the same reasons. You just do it because you feel the need to and you enjoy doing it. I mean, that's the only reason you can be in a band. If people think they're going to make money out of this or a career, they're very wrong. You know.
You need to feel it. Like you said, I mean, it's like it's.
I don't think when you formed the band you thought you were going to be as big as Metallica. You know what I mean? That was not the driving force. I don't think.
you wanted to write songs as good as Metallica. That's what
Yeah, but you never thought you were going to be the new Iron Maiden, did you?
When we started the band, Metallica wasn't as big as they are now.
Yeah, but what I mean is, that's what I'm saying.
Iron Maiden, yeah. Yeah, we always had like this
Ambition.
Yeah, still do. But not like.
You're still not as big as Iron Maiden. Keep trying. Back in 20 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but you know, the thing is like. It's not.
You're probably as big as Iron Maiden when Blaze Bayley was in the band. Right?
We listened to that. We listened to that album yesterday. Yeah.
I think Carcass is nearly as big as Wolfsbane.
Yeah, but you know, but I disagree with you, Jeff, because I think you need to dream. You need to kind of have like
But the ambition should be modest, I think.
No.
But what kind of hopes and dreams did you have when forming the bands?
For me, it was just get a record out and maybe sell us 1,000 copies. It was just,
I didn't even know how much that meant to sell 1,000 copies. I remember we got the first from a record company when we did Endless Pain. We thought it was only one album that we're going to record. We get to record one album. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how we felt. And then all of a sudden they sent us like a report, and then we're like, oh, you sold 5,000 copies, and we're like, is that a lot or is it not a lot? I don't know. Compared to what? And from then onwards, of course, we kind of understood what the game a little bit, and but like I said, the ambition was always to make better records, and you know.
Ours was to get the first album banned, and we failed. How pathetic is that?
Yeah, you tried with the.
Well, we wanted
lyrics.
a cult album on the cover, just to like. You know.
But you come from the more like cross punk scene, right?
So yeah, I do.
We were metal kids, so we were dreaming about becoming Iron Maiden, and we still do. We have monsters on stage and everything.
What are the things that drives you these days?
Same things as discussed earlier. It's just have fun and enjoy playing live, you know. Which probably when I was younger I didn't enjoy as much as I do now.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even look at the crowd when I was younger, you know. Just stare at the back, the wall at the back of the venue, you know. So I would get through it. Now I enjoy watching people, you know, watching little kids cry or whatever, you know. I don't know, what drives you now?
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Inflatable balloons. Yeah, you see the show, right?
Yeah.
We're going like to us it's like we want to connect with people. We want to create an energy that kind of connects people. And I think it might sound a little like out there for you, but that's what we're trying to achieve with every show, like to make a connection with the audience.
I mean, ultimately, you want people to enjoy the music you make.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's easier said.
Yeah.
That's like what I meant, but in a whatever. Yeah, but I think it's the same, kind of like the same drive.
Everybody wants to be loved in some respects.
Yeah, but we also like I said, I mean, in this day and age, the world is so divided, and we want to kind of connect at least for an hour and a half, you know, and get people together.
Like the new Nokia.
So crushing down in a few years.
Yeah.
Hey, before I let you go, you've probably known each other for how many years?
Since '91 or something. The tour.
MTV thing.
Yeah, what was the tour called again?
Gods of Grind.
Gods of Grind. I was doing the same thing as I do now at Gods of Grind in '91. Vanessa Warwick, the host, she got me into interviewing. Then I was very shy. I was like, oh, and they were kind of like helping me out a little bit. And
We've been jerks.
yeah. Ahmad was there also, yeah. And I was like, well, it was fun.
I saw Vanessa not so long ago.
Yeah, she's doing the ghosts,
Yeah.
the ghost thing.
Has there ever been this like cultural differences when it comes to like humor and jokes, when it comes to British and Germans?
Germans don't have a sense of humor. So.
Yeah, but and the British think they have the sense of humor, you know. But they do have a nice sarcasm going, which we try to attach to as Germans, but we fail.
I think the Finns are very similar in humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very dark, dry.
Yeah, that's why you have Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys so much for the interview. And
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure. And since we talked about the social media, of course, we have to take a picture.